Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style.
The transportation in this town absolutely sucks. I was heading home from work the other day. I had the bus pick me up. Not a regular bus because I can't get into them. It's one of those, how do I put this, old people buses. So they picked me up at work, and I live 2 minutes down from where I work, but you know, she had to pick up somebody else first. Some old folk had to go down to bingo, I guess. So for safety reasons, they have to strap me to the bus, which is fine. You know, strap me down. I don't care. I like being strapped down, but anyway. So I'm not really paying attention. We're going down these twists and turns, down these back roads. Sooner or later, I have no fucking clue where we are. So we're parked outside this complex. We're waiting. This old lady's just taking her time. I'm yelling out the window. Come on, get the lead out, old woman. You were faster than that on the Titanic. Hurry up. So finally, rather than wait, the driver leaves the bus to go get her, leaving me alone, strapped to a bus. So I'm sitting there, like, I'm getting a little anxious. Not because, you know, what if the bus catches fire and I'm stuck to it? I was afraid sooner or later I'm going to be surrounded by old farts looking at my chair like, geez, that looks comfy. Let's face it, I know that they know that this thing is the most comfortable seat in town. I don't know if anyone watches The Walking Dead, the scene where they're in that school bus surrounded by zombies. Yeah, that. So finally she comes back and I'm just sitting on the floor. The chair is completely gone. I'm just rocking back and forth. I've got scratch marks all over me and drool because their false teeth aren't strong enough to break skin. I don't know what happened. They took my parking pass too. I did something special this summer. Something special, something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I finally did it. I want to share it with you people. I finally had a Baconator. No. Thank you. You know what somebody should do? Somebody should come up with? A burger called The X. A lot of similarities when you think about it. You know, you get rid of her and you stay away for the longest time, but every now and then you just have that craving. So finally you do it, you can't help yourself, you call her up, and it's great while you're doing it, it really is. 20 minutes later, you feel like shit. You know, you're sitting on the toilet like, what the hell was I thinking? I'm never doing this again. But 6 months later, you just, oh, I really want a juicy burger, I do. So no hockey this season, sounds like. Yeah, it pisses me off. You know what really pisses me off? Right before they finally had the lockout, the NHL spent as much money as possible re-signing new people. And just re-signing players. Like the New York Rangers, for example, I read last week, they re-signed one of their defensemen to a one-year contract, $750,000. Last year, he had 2 goals and 4 assists. I could do that. Give me $250,000. I'll do that. Jeez. And he had 26 minutes in penalties. I could definitely do that. Just sit there at center ice. Go ahead. Come on. Wait for somebody to go by and just... Whoop. Ovechkin's got to go by sometime. Yeah. At least Europe's trying to make it a little more exciting, though. I was reading the other day, these 2 companies, they actually have come up with wheelchair MMA. UFC, for those who don't know what that is. Wheelchair MMA, it doesn't even make sense to me. And the guy who's kind of the poster boy, you know, he's kind of running it all. He's a fighter, he's 26 years old, an American. He's undefeated, 8-0. 6 knockouts, 2 submissions. And he only has 1 arm. I mean, I can understand the knockouts. You know, maybe he's got one hell of a right hook, but submission? What's he do? Get the guy on the ground and just roll over the throat until he gives up? Or, no. And your winner... Oh, sorry, wrong arm. Just wheelchair MMA, jeez. And Lance Armstrong finally got all his medals and everything taken away. I guess he just gave up. They accuse him of doping. Personally, I don't get it. Remember baseball, when baseball was exciting, when everybody was taking steroids with Sammy Sosa, Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, just muscles upon veins upon muscles. It was exciting. Last time baseball was that exciting was '92 when the Jays won the series. Jeez. Personally, I think, if you can get away with it, have at it. Make sports more exciting. Imagine the Special Olympics if they were all on roids. God, I would love that. Jeez. Wheelchair races will be done in 3 minutes. Holy fuck. Just going along the road, just rubber just coming off the tires. He gets across the finish line, it's just him in a seat, and he's breathing heavy, just... They go put a medal on him, he just rips somebody's arm off. If you want to see a man in a wheelchair dunk a basketball, give him some TRT, for God's sake. Jeez. Guys, is there anything more depressing than when you have to throw out a bunch of old condoms? I fucking hate it. I had to do that recently. And just so depressing. Fuck. I had to go do it the other day, and I don't even know why I'm bothering, especially when you have to go buy new ones. It's like, you check the expiry date, and okay, they expire in 2 years. So you're thinking in your head, geez, am I gonna get laid in 2 years? And, I'm looking around, and like, okay, no, there's nobody there, and maybe I'll find a woman who just has a case full of them, and so I don't have to buy my own. And it's a lot like when you buy a fire extinguisher. You're in the store, like, well, I don't smoke, so that won't cause a fire, and I'm a terrible cook, so I never turn on my oven, and let's face it, if I have a fire, well, I'm just gonna run away. Wow, nobody got that, huh? Ah, there it is. So I finally go and throw these out, and I don't live alone, so I've got to sneak them out, because my roommates are just gonna make fun of me. It was garbage day, so I was tempted just to go over to the neighbors and open up the garbage can and just thunk. Have fun, Reverend. So I'm dragging a bag full down the street, just about to put them in the garbage can, and this old woman walks by. She looks at the condoms, she looks at me, and she scowls. As she walks away, she's like, fucking pervert. Hey, whoa, I get a little defensive. Like, geez, lady, I'm having you know that this means that I haven't had sex in a long time. She looks right at me without skipping a beat, and she says, do you masturbate? Touche, old lady, touche. I don't know if you heard, the guy who he used to do the voice of the Count from Sesame Street, he recently passed away. Yeah. I used to watch Sesame Street. I'm sure some of you did as kids, or some of you have kids who still watch it. I watched it up until they changed it to Sesame Park. Does anybody remember that? Yeah. Apparently, they didn't like the image of kids playing in the street, so let's change it to the park. And, everything's okay now. What the hell is that? I mean, not only that, but they changed some characters too, like Oscar the Grouch. They just got rid of him because he was an asshole. They just put some rocks on the top of his can and he suffocated. Elmo is currently serving a 5-year sentence at a minimum security prison because he tickled himself in public. And then there was that incident when Ernie and Bert, not that there's anything wrong with this, but they accidentally left the microphone on one day. All you heard was Ernie and Bert going at it. Bert, you hurt me, Bert. Get off me, Bert. Spank my ass, Bert. They finally figured out what was going on. Oh, quick, cut to the count. One homosexual. Two homosexuals.